Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Rich Guzman and welcome to a live. And I just want to make sure you guys can see me and hear me okay. Let's head over to my two places I stream to, which is YouTube and Facebook. Give me 1 minute, guys. We're going to get started shortly on this unannounced live. I'm doing this for a very good reason today. All right, making sure I get all my questions here because there'll be questions going on. And Facebook. Hey guys, how you doing? Just let me know if you guys could hear me and see me okay. I want to make sure you guys could hear me clear. I don't want to be too loud or too low. I want to make sure the sound is good because the last recording was actually the levels were too high. So we sound okay there? Awesome. Cool. All right. So guys, you're going to want to share this out. This is going to be a live about personal development. I'm going to get into it today. Okay? You guys ready? Looking good. I'm seeing people responding. This is good. Yep, share it out to the world because this is going to benefit everyone. And let me know in the comments, you know, once you share, just give me a 1 so that way I know you guys already shared. Okay, cool. Yes, today is unannounced and it's spontaneous. I was actually going to do this video as just a video for my YouTube, but I thought about it. I said, why not do a live and connect with you guys and talk to you and give you a heart-to-heart talk today, because I think it's needed. Right. Okay, cool. So we're ready to get started? Okay, cool. So I get the thumbs up from Anastasia. She's over there doing her deed, man. She's cranking away there. So, all right, guys. So today I'm going to be really talking about how to succeed in life and who am I, why you should listen to me. My name is Rich Guzman. If you guys know me, if you don't know me, I've actually started internet marketing in 2008. You know, grew successful in this company and made my first 6 figures. Actually lost it all. Had to go back to work and do it all over again. Now I'm working on my 3rd 6-figure income on the internet, okay? So, you know, I haven't made $1 million yet, but I'm working on it, right? But the goal is to achieve more and always try to strive more out of life, okay? And that's what we're going to talk about today. Because even though I have the credibility to talk about what I'm going to talk about today, it doesn't necessarily mean that you guys can't really apply this in your life, all right? Because this is the way I thought about when let's say, you know, let's back up to like 2008 when I first got started, when I didn't make any money, okay? My attitude was always the same way. Like, I wanted to achieve something even though I didn't achieve it yet, right? So I always had that hungry, go-getter attitude, and I got that from my dad, you know, because my dad, you know, God rest his soul, he basically was always running his own business, and I always seen how hard he fought to create his own economy. So I get that. No matter what, you know, whatever you do in life, whatever you're, you know, striving to be, whatever you're trying to accomplish, it takes a lot from you and a lot of energy from you as well. But what makes us stronger is the fact that we have a desire to achieve something. We have a chase, something that we want to, you know, obtain, okay? And if you guys don't have nothing to obtain, I think the first thing you need to do today is start writing some things down and saying, you know what do I want to attain? What do I want to create? Okay, what do I want to accomplish? Where do I want to go? What do I want to see? What do I want to have, right? You got to think about these things because if there's nothing to chase, you're not going to be, you know, springing out of bed every single day and trying to accomplish something, all right? So the first thing I want to talk about, guys, okay, is who are you listening to, okay? Or what are you, I should say, what are you listening to and what are you reading, all right? You know, I have a lot of books, a lot of audio books that I listen to. I've always invested in new things all the time to keep growing. I just started developing a new Kindle library, so it's digital. So when I travel, I can take it with me, so I have to carry books. And it really does help to have that. And you have to really ask yourself, like, who am I listening to and who am I paying attention to? Because that's going to determine, how you're going to succeed in your life. Okay. And I was told this a long time ago, and I was like, no, I'm listening to myself. I'm listening to myself, my own instincts, and I don't need to listen to anybody else or anything. You know what I mean? And that was just my narrow-minded thinking. And I realized that I was only hurting myself by doing that. So for me, of course, I hired a millionaire coach. I've spent 3 days with him. I've saw him, multiple times. And I needed that. I needed that to, kick my ass, because I was struggling, and I was, having success and losing it. And he told me some things that I needed to hear. I didn't want to hear it, but I needed to hear it, right? And it woke me up. It was like an awakening. Something just happened in me. And I was just like, anything is possible. You can make it happen. You just have to be more responsible, about your business and what you're trying to accomplish. If that is going back to work and starting from scratch and using that ability to really create your own way of building a new life and having success in life, then so be it. Then that's the way it has to be, right? So all of this whole journey that I've been through, of all the ups and downs and failures, it all started like, who am I listening to? What am I listening to? And what am I reading? And I started changing the way that I was thinking. And I started saying, now it's not just about my instincts. Instincts are good. You never want to, ignore your instincts. But you also want to make sure you're listening to people that are already walked the path that you want to walk, and who's doing better than you. So you can strive to be better, because the name of the game is you always want to, strive to be better. This is why there's personal development books, personal development audio, personal development videos on YouTube. This is why they're there, right? Because it's the name of the game. We have to, put the right things between our ears so we're learning and we're growing, okay? Now, the next thing is, guys, you have to ask yourself, and this is going to be different for everybody, what is the best way that you want to live your life? What is the best way that you want to live your life? There's many ways to live a life, right? People can keep it simple. People could, be more extravagant. I know people that are wealthy that live in an apartment still. I know people that are wealthy that don't have a house. They don't want a house, right? They want to just be free and travel and do what they want to do. I mean, it's different for everybody, but you have to ask yourself, what is the best way to live your own life? Write that down and think about it and get really deep on it and get emotionally attached to what you really want. Most people don't sit down for a few minutes and write down exactly what they're looking for and what they really want. When you do this, it sparks an idea, it sparks a thought, it sparks a desire, it sparks a motivation. More important than that, it sparks an inspiration for you to go like, oh my God, like now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm writing this down, I'm thinking about like how it feels. Like, what would it feel like to be in that moment when you're not even there yet? What would it feel like? Is it a negative feeling? Is it a positive feeling? 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a great emotional feeling. And we make decisions and choices through emotions, okay? Very, very important. And if you really focus on that emotion and that moment that you're feeling that connection to where you want to be, then you're on your way. Because that's going to pull you through the hardest, the toughest times when you're going through things like I did. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, those tough times I've been through were like hell, right? But that desire of change, a desire of wanting something different, wanting something more, wanting to give back and wanting to, communicate with more people and things like that. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to accomplish. And I'm not done yet. There's so much more that I want to do, right? And this is how you have to be. Like, what is the best way of living your own life? Because this is your life. My life is not your life. Your life is your own life. And you have to think about it as like, what kind of life do you want to live? What kind of life do you want to accomplish? Because when it's checkout time, I hate to be morbid, but when it's checkout time, how are you going to feel at the end? Because all that you're going to have is the memories and the moments that really matter most when it's checkout time. So what matters is now. What matters is now in this moment. Like, what do you really want to accomplish? So that's what I mean, guys. What is the best way that you want to live your life? Because you know what? It really does matter. And it's sad because we see so many people that have such great potential, and this great potential, they waste it. They waste it because they just get lazy. They get lazy in their thinking. They get lazy in their mindset. They get lazy and want to accomplish something. If something doesn't go your way, doesn't mean that it won't go your way if you don't keep trying. You just got to keep trying over and over and over again, and that's the key. That's been the secret to my success. I've never stopped thinking that way. So what I'm doing is I'm giving it back to you. And that's why I'm doing this live today. Today's a very special live to get in touch with you, to connect with you, to start having you think outside the box a little bit. It's so easy to stay in the box. Today is a day that I tweak your mind a little bit, hack into your mind, and start actually tweaking it and getting outside the box. Right? So now, here's the next thing. And this is something I really had to really do. You really have to take a look inside ourselves. The worst thing is we don't like to take a look inside ourselves. We hate it. We hate it. But here's the funny thing. We love looking into other people's lives. We love to judge. We love to make accusations, right? We love to be like, oh, well, that person ain't better than me. Or here's my philosophy on this whole thing. I don't think anybody's better than anybody. I think everybody has their own gift and their own reason to want to do something. And when somebody accomplishes something, I give gratitude to that. I say, you know what? Awesome. Congratulations for that accomplishment. Because the more that you actually start to judge someone else for what they're doing and they're succeeding, you're looking yourself right in the mirror. Because someone and another person after that and another person after that is mirrored to you. Because we are not different. We are all connected in this thing called the big space of the universe. If you don't believe that, that's fine. But I know what I believe. And ever since I really followed this and really understood it, I can see the connection. And the more that you start to really give back and start, when you see someone have success, give them a pat on the back. Say, that's awesome. That's great. And even like if they're trying to accomplish something and they're brand new and they screw up, but you still see something good in them, give them something good. Because what would happen, let me give you a scenario. What would happen if there's two people, and I heard this from a philosopher called KRS-One, okay? And what he said was, there's two people. These two people are completely broke, but they have a desire for something. One of the person sees this person try to achieve something. There's two scenarios. The first scenario, the person says, look, that's awful. That sucks. Whatever you're doing, that's not working. Why are you wasting your time? What do you think that's going to happen? That person who said that it's only downing themselves. It's downing themselves and downing the other person. So here's two people trying to achieve success. One other person puts another person down. Both people completely go down. Guess what? Less chance of having success. Now, what happens if that person changes the scenario and says, wow, I like what you did. I see what you did there. That's inspiring. That inspires me to actually go out and do it because I see you trying to accomplish something. Now, what does that do in that scenario? It enlightens you and enlightens the other person. Now, both of you have a better chance of actually having success. Do you guys get that? Do you guys really did you pay attention to what I just told you? That's powerful. So could you imagine giving back and enlightening more and more people as you grow? Isn't that amazing when you really think about it that way? But what if I get on video and I just start to down everybody? You guys will never make it. You guys suck. You guys are no good. What would that do to you? What would that do to me? It would be horrible. But if you change the spectrum and you say to yourself, you know what? I am going to give back. I'm going to inspire people. I'm going to help motivate and inspire them and help them bring them to a whole new level, step by step and increments by increments. And then when they look back a year down the road, they go, that's not me. I completely changed. Oh my God, I've been inspired by Ace and Rich. How do you think that makes us feel? That makes us want to get up the next day and do even better. Because we thrive on giving back and inspiring other people. That's why it's called Ace and Rich Freedom by Design. That's the reason why we gave back. That's the reason why we thought of that. Because it's our true core internally of who we are and what we believe in. And we care about people's success. So by us giving back and inspiring you, guess what? It's helping you to create your own economy. And in return, we're creating our own economy. There's no I in team. There's no I in unity. When we come together and we work together, we have a better chance of growing together. When we try to single each other out, yeah, you might have a little success, but you can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. We're all in this great, marble ball suspended in space. We're in it together. You can't escape it. It's like a big fishbowl. So why not work together? Why not grow together and inspire each other? Look inside ourselves and stop looking at other people on the negative side. And you'll see things start to change and your life starts to manifest and change things for the positive. All right? Now, here's the thing I want to talk about that I've also learned is follow the path of least resistance. And what I mean by that is don't try to reinvent the wheel. Okay? This is a lesson that I've learned. Don't reinvent the wheel. What I want you to do is I want you to model after what works. Whatever you're trying to achieve, whatever you're trying to strive to be, people who already walked the path before you. Just walk the same path. Study, do, teach, become that mentor. If you see a mentor that inspires you, guess what? Follow the path. Become the one. Right? It's already been done. Great philosophers have said this. All you have to do is walk the path of who you want to aspire to be. That's all you have to do. Now, will there be challenges along the way? Of course. Because that person who walked the path have challenges too. But are you worthy to get to the other side by walking through those challenges? You'll walk through broken glass. You will walk through hot coals. But on the other side, it doesn't last forever. Right? So think about that. It gets more effortless as you take that journey. So follow the path, the path of least resistance. Okay? And these are things I've learned along my journey that I'm sharing with you today. That's really enlightening. Okay? Now, here's the thing, and you got to get a little hard with yourself, guys. You got to really start saying to yourself, you know what? I need to cut the bullshit, and I need to stop making excuses for myself. I can't tell you how many excuses I hear on a daily basis. Let me get some water here. I hear a lot of people having excuses. I see so many people with great potential, and they make excuses all the time about like, I can't do this or I can't do that. How do I do this? This is not working for me. They never even tried to make it work, so how could they say that? They're just making excuses. When you start your path, and you start your path of least resistance, and you're along your journey, it's going to take a little while to understand it and master it, right? It doesn't happen overnight. Let me give you an example. Michael Jordan, greatest basketball player of all time, right? Do you think that his journey started like in 1 year? Do you think it took 1 year for Michael Jordan to just make it? No, he practiced for years alongside of his father. And they worked very, very hard to get him to be the best basketball player he could be. He struggled, but he never gave up. He was zoned in, and all he saw was like, you know what? I've seen these guys do it. I want to do it. And if they can do it, I can do it. As a matter of fact, I can do it better. Right? Because he found his own voice, his own way. But you have to follow the path of least resistance. Okay? And that's what he did. So now, once you do that, guys, you guys get a lot of value out of this? Let me get to the chat here. All right. So you guys get a lot of value today? This is amazing. Good stuff. Go through the chat here. Hey, Duke. Hey, this is Christina. What's up? Charles. Vicky, Joyce, Diane, Robin. The list, wow, I got a lot of people on. Cecilia, how you doing? Tracy Lee, Mandy, Isa, what's happening? And I also got people on YouTube as well. Okay, so understand, guys, today is a day I want you to break free from your mental prison that are holding you back from what you're trying to achieve. Okay, the answers are there. Go get them. Go after it and go get it. Okay, go after it. Go get it. You can do it. All right. Let me get back to what I was talking about here. So now I want you to think about this, okay? When you stop making excuses for yourself, it's when you start getting a little bit tougher with yourself and you say, you know what? It's my life. I can achieve this. I can make this happen. I don't need anybody to tell me what's possible or what's impossible in my life. I know what I can do. I have the ability to do it. I'm a human being. If that person's successful, they're a human being. I can do it too. What's the difference? It's the mindset. It's checking up what's going on up here. That's why it starts with what are you listening to and what are you reading. Okay? Very important. So understand, guys, I want you to pray that it's not easy, because if it's easy, everybody would do it, right? And it just wouldn't be worth it. The journey wouldn't be worth it. It wouldn't be exciting. It would be boring. Humans don't like to be bored. Okay? They don't like to be bored. They like to be stimulated. The human mind loves to be stimulated. So pray that it's not easy, all right? Because it's just not worth it if it's easy, guys. Okay? When you're like really trying to achieve something, and it's like a resistance in the beginning, and you're moving through it, and all of a sudden it gets a little more effortless. You battle through it. You know, you've gone high and low, and it's just like, oh my God, what a relief. Because along that journey, you learn how to avoid that resistance in the future. It's awesome stuff. Awesome stuff, guys. Now, here's the thing. You have to really make a decision. And when you make a decision, okay, you have to make sure that you decide things that you're doing for yourself and nobody else. And you got to be a little selfish when it comes to this, because if you're not going to grow. You're just not. And you know, when we rely on what other people think, okay, we're not thinking for ourselves. We're hurting ourselves. We're hurting so much internally, because we have so much potential to give. We have so much to offer. And our minds are so powerful to really discover and learn new things. So don't be lazy in learning, like Jim Rohn says, right? And like I said, you're going to have adversity. It's going to happen. But understand that you make a decision today and say, you know what? I did this for myself, nobody else. It does not matter what anybody says. I made this decision. I'm going to make it work. Whatever it is you're trying to achieve, you made a decision. It's for you and nobody else. Because when you go in the coffin, are you going with somebody else? No, you're probably going to be alone. This is your life. You came in alone, you go out alone. Okay? So this is your life. You made the choice. It's you. You're number one. Start looking in the mirror and saying, I'm number one. I love you. You're awesome. Let's make this happen. Okay? There's some power in that, guys. Just yesterday, I was doing that in the mirror. Right? You're awesome. I love you, dude, man. You're doing awesome, man. I love what you're doing. Take a moment and just love yourself and appreciate yourself for what you're trying to do. Okay? And you'll see the potential, how strong you will get internally, because you do matter. Okay? Also, we are living in rare times, and I've talked about this before, where you can learn anything and create your own economy around it. Isn't that amazing that you see kids on YouTube right now, and they're doing their own thing, and they're creating their own economy, and they're becoming millionaires? Kids! Unbelievable. Doesn't that make you think for a second? We're living in rare times, guys. This is an amazing moment in history that this is rare. This is very rare. You have the ability to go as far as you want. And you can. Don't dismiss it. This stuff is very, very powerful. Okay? Now, did you know that adversity is all in your mind? Did you know that? It's not in your body, right? Your body will keep you lazy and stay put, right? Like your body just doesn't want to move. It's like, ah. But your mind could pull your body up. So the adversity that comes with the journey, it's all up here. The battlefield is here. The battlefield is not on these keys on the computer. It is not creating a video. It is up here. That's your adversity that you have to learn, you have to deal with. That's why you have to learn to talk to yourself, right? And build yourself up. Build your strength up in who you are, right? You can grow the biggest muscles in the world. It doesn't matter. Your battlefield is going to be up here. And if you can't ever get this straight, you're going to have a hard time. So work on this. Work on this battlefield, okay? That'll be the biggest battlefield that you're ever going to go through, because the biggest battle that you're dealing with is yourself. That is your biggest adversity, okay? And sometimes you got to get up and you got to get shit done. Joe Rogan said this best. Most people are lazy. They just don't want to do anything. You know, I mean, you see us, we do videos. We're supposed to do a video a day. We're doing 2 videos a day. We do some lives. Today I tried to do no live. Why? Because I just love, you know, giving content and giving back. Right? Going above and beyond what someone's willing not to do. And that's how you will stick out. And that's what Joe Rogan means. Sometimes you just got to get up and just got to get shit done. Because nobody's going to do it for you. And that's part of the battlefield in the mind. Okay? Now, here's my secret. You guys want to know my secret? How I pushed myself over 10 years of success and failure and I never stopped? I'm going to tell you something, guys. You have to have something. I told this to Anastasia when I first met her. I said, "Hun, you ever heard of the chase?" She goes, "The chase?" I'm like, "What's the chase?" I said, "Hun, you don't know about the chase? Let me enlighten you a little bit about the chase. When you actually have something that you're chasing after, you'll get off your ass and get it." And I said to myself, I was like, that's it. It's the chase. That was the secret. Having something to go after. Like for me, the first thing is when I first got started in 2008, I remember when I was looking into traveling. I said, I'm doing this because I want to travel. And my first trip was Dallas, Texas. And then from there, my next trip was Las Vegas, Nevada. My next trip was Florida. My other trip was the Caribbean. My next trip was California, Arizona. Now I've been to Maui, Hawaii. Going to Reno, Nevada right now. Never been there. I've been to Lake Tahoe, but not Reno, Nevada. Oh yeah, my other trip was Lake Tahoe. Went there too. Places that I wanted to go and I wanted to travel to. So far, I've hit every place that I wanted to go. There's new places I want to go, right? And I'll be going there too. But that's the first reason why I got started. The chase. The chase to travel. The chase to go to places that I've always wanted to go to. Unexpected places I ended up, that I had an adventure, which was amazing. Now I have new chases. And that's what keeps me going. Those chases get me up every day and chase after what I want. Isn't that powerful? The fact that you can just get up and know what your chase is and just go after it. See, most people chase going to a job. Most people chase on being on time. Most people chase on trying to beat traffic. Most people chase on trying to fulfill their boss's wishes. Most people chase on pleasing other people. But most people don't chase what they want, which is a better life. A life of freedom. A freedom, a desire to do what they want, when they feel like it. To live life on their own terms. That's a real chase. That's the ultimate chase. Is to have that freedom and desire and live life on your own terms. That is the ultimate chase, and that is my chase. That is my forever chase until the day I have my last breath. And that chase is worth it. All right, guys. I want you guys, any questions on what I talked about today? Tell me what you're struggling with. Tell me what's holding you back mentally, mentally in your mind and in your brain, whatever it is that you feel that's keeping you stuck, your belief. You think it's possible. Are you having doubts? It happens. So let me really cut to the chase and help you guys out and really show you how to get over that hump, how to deal with that. Sorry about the dogs barking, but I do have min pins and they do bark. So, and this is alive. It's going to happen. So you tell me right now, guys. I'm going to look over here and I'm going to look in the chat and look at your questions and see. Yes, Diane Robin, the chase. That has been my #1 secret of all time through the most daunting times of my life in creating success and having success on the internet and things like that. I have bigger goals. I have bigger chases. And I would stop at nothing until I get there. I would die. I mean, you know, what's the old saying? Like, who said, die trying or something like that? Yeah, that's it, man. You got to die trying, you know? And that's when you'll succeed. When you put it that way, it'll happen, you know? Okay, Regina says, I'm feeling a little stuck due to the fact of the personal chase as well. Of course, because when you look at the chase, you have to think about, like, what is it that you're trying to chase? What is it that really means the most to you? And you have to start with the simple thing. What's the first thing you want to change in your life that you don't like right now? You know, I want you to think about that. What is that chase that you want to accomplish in your life? And it's got to be something that you don't like right now in your life, and you want to change it, and it has to be changed. It's a must. Has to be changed. So you tell me. Yeah, a lot of people don't think about that, Joyce. You know, people do chase after, you know, being on time for work. You know, they go after the chase of, you know, I want to make it, you know, before the traffic. You know, they're always chasing around everything else, but they never chase anything for themselves. And it's about time you guys start chasing things for yourself. So yeah, Regina, tell me, what is it that you want to change in your life? This is going to be like a coaching session for you guys and really help you guys grow and break free. Everybody has that mental shackle in their freaking mind that's been, you know, applied there since we've been born. You know, we have no choice. We had no conscious mind when we were babies. We took whatever we could take in around our environment. TV, news, parents, the list goes on and on, teachers. George Jolly says, we all have accomplished things in life, but when coming to start my own, it can be challenged. It can be challenged because you're not used to it. It's challenging because your inspiration is not big enough. When your inspiration is so big that you can taste it with the emotion, challenges are nothing but a speck of dust. You can fight through it like nothing. Because you want it so bad, you can taste it. And sometimes you have to get a little angry. I mean, I'm sick of my old life. I want to change it. You know? And it's okay. Let's see here. Dying Robin. Robin and I feel like we will all die trying. That is a fact. Our chase is being on every leaderboard. There you go. There you go. But does that really mean something? Does that chase really mean something to you? You know? I'm talking about like more of an emotional chase. How would it feel to really change your life? The leaderboard doesn't really matter. Leaderboard is just more of an ego-driven thing. That's all it is. You know, we didn't build our business to get on the leaderboard. We just got on the leaderboard because we just love doing what we're doing, because we're chasing after what we want. That's how we got on the leaderboard, and that's the truth. We never did it for the leaderboards. Never. Is it great to be on the leaderboard? Yeah, but that's an ego-driven thing. I want you to think about exactly what you want to accomplish for yourself. Your chase, what you're trying to accomplish for you, because you matter. The leaderboard doesn't matter. It's what you want. You know, you guys told me you guys want to relocate to Las Vegas, Nevada. Awesome. Take that trip. Get there. See what it feels like. I know, Di, you've been there. You lived there before. Robin hasn't been there before. You know, go there. See what it feels like. Okay? And before you know it, you guys will be there. Even before you get on the leaderboards. You know what I mean? So this is what drives us, guys. When we want something so bad, we can taste it and it feels so good. We're not going to die. You hear what I'm saying? We're not going to die. Nothing is going to stop us from achieving what we want to achieve. People that don't really have that, they die. They go back to work. And I mean, like, metaphorically speaking, people just die. Their mindset dies and they give up. This is a journey. It's not a lottery mindset. It's something that you want to accomplish and grow with. And then you're going to look back at yourself and you're not going to recognize yourself after a while. But in a good way. You're going to see how you've grown into a different person, a better person. A person that you're not going to recognize. You're going to be like, that was me a year ago? That was me 2 years ago? That was me 7 years ago? That was me 10 years ago? Wow, have I grown? And that's how it starts, guys. That's how it starts. Let's see here. Hey, Sadar, how you doing, bud? Francesca, Pearl, welcome to the live, guys. Terry Lamb, welcome to the live. Love you, buddy. Let's Let's see here. Yes, Ryan Robinson says, yes, it gives us the ability to change where we live, how we live, and all our whys. Exactly. See, now you're getting a little bit more deeper into what you want. Leaderboards come naturally, right? But like I said, leaderboards are not important. It's just an ego. It's an ego-driven thing to be on top. If you actually go after what you want, what really matters, the leaderboards will follow. Rudy says, I want to have the ability to inspire others and live more in the present. Start doing it today. Start putting some videos out there and start giving back to people and tell them what you just told me. And then educate them on that. The power in that. You can do it. You have to believe in yourself that you guys are that person. You have to really believe in yourself that you are that leader that people want to follow. And once you make that decision, and I mean a big decision, then people will follow you. Because once you have that 100%, I mean 100% internal core belief that that's who you are, then people will know it and they will follow you. Let's see. George Jolly says, I'm a firefighter. I'm sick of struggling for 10 years now. After a job loss in the new profession, income less now. Yep, that's what happens. Happened to my mom. My mom was supposed to get the full retirement and working for the city, and she went to college for 8 years, and guess what? She should have got a full retirement, right? That plan doesn't work anymore. That's why we have to be more inspired, and we have to have a bigger chase to create our own vision, our own economy, our own desire, our own reality. George Jolly says, not concerned about the leaderboard, fight for self, competition with self. Exactly. That's the big picture. You will fight with yourself. That battle will always go on. The one that wins is the one that is consistently being aware of the battle and actually continue to put the right things between the ears and in front of the eyes. Let's see. Regina says, my biggest desire is to help others. Tried seeing others struggle. I'm tired of fighting. Well, what about you? You know, you're worried about other people's struggles. Worry about your own struggle first. You get what I'm saying? See the mindset shift, Regina? Stop worrying about other struggles. Start worrying about your own struggle. And when people see you change your own struggle, then they'll want to follow you because you changed your own struggle. Does that make sense? It's the opposite of what you think, because we've been taught this opposite bullshit for so many years. And that's why we've been down. Let's see. Yes, it has happened to a lot of people, George Jolly. Absolutely. Yeah, but see, the problem is we're worried about everybody else, but we're not worried about ourselves. How can we grow and give back to others and be that leader if we're not building ourselves up first? I had to do that. I had to. Even when I failed again, I had to do it. That's why I had to hire a coach, a millionaire coach. I had to go spend 3 days with him. Had to give me hard love, let me tell you. Things that made me cry. I literally was in tears when he broke me down. And this is definitely something that, I mean, I love him, man. He really changed my life. He broke me. He literally broke me. I had to do things that I did not want to do. But I did it because I had no choice. Because I know what I wanted. And if I have to do it again, I'll do it again. You have to be resilient, guys. And this, being an entrepreneur is, if it was easy, everybody would do it, right? But being an entrepreneur, you have to be resilient. The magic word is really, being resilient. And if you can be resilient against all odds, you'll make it. That's why I'm learning every strategy I can implement daily. If I have a, hold on, this thing is blocking it. These memes. Regina Turner says, that's why I am learning every strategy I can implement daily, even if I have a backtrack.
Rishi.
What was up?
Rishi on YouTube says, how can I make my first $100 online?
Okay, so next question. We got Rishi on YouTube here.
Can I make money with the super affiliate network with $0, no investment? Can I make $100 online?
If you are positioned in the super affiliate network, Rishi, and you don't have any capital to invest in advertising, it's going to be a longer road. Can it be done? Yeah. But how bad do you want it? You know, my best advice to give to you is to get on YouTube and create content like nobody's business. Like, literally create more content than you ever would imagine. Like, if I was you and I was starting over and I didn't have no money, but I had a position inside the Super Affiliate Network, I literally would find a way to get positioned at Pro as fast as possible. That's my first step. My second step would be create videos, like I would say more than one video a day, constantly. Constantly. If you had more free time, no money, I would create one video in the morning, one video in the afternoon, and one video in the evening. And do that every single day for 90 days straight. You see, the answers are there, but people don't take action on those answers. Let's see here. Ace needs new glasses, I think. Laugh out loud. Let's see. Let me go. Let's see if I missed any questions here on Facebook. Ace is helping me out with YouTube. She's over there working, but she's helping me out with YouTube as well. Let's see, because I'm the one just doing it live alone, so I want to be able to.
Sharon keeps calling you Ace.
No, it's Rich.
Ace is over here in the
yeah.
side.
It's Rich, guys. So, let me see here. All right, guys, come on. Give me some stuff here. Give me some substance. Today, I want you guys to have a breakthrough. This is what it's all about. I'm not here to, this isn't about fluff. I'm not going to BS you.
Yeah.
Okay? I take the time out to really coach people and help them out. I have the credibility, and I've coached a lot of people. And I know how to get people over those barriers, the freaking mental prison, those shackles in their brain, keeps them stuck from growing. Let's see. It says hi Ace, probably hi Rich. I have been on my computer and I didn't know that you have been on, or I would have watched from the beginning. That's okay. You could actually go back and watch it. There's some great content. Let's see here. And my little one, come on, come on, come on, come on. Then don't ask me to come up then. Living life, love life, guys. Love life. There we go. Hey Ryan, how you doing, bud? Ann Greenfield, welcome. Welcome to the live, guys. Sharon says, "Oh no, I've been calling you Ace. Sorry, Rich." No, that's all right. A lot of people get that mixed up sometimes. It's cool. It's all right. But this live is all about really like, and I'm going to really just repeat this from the beginning again. It's like how to succeed in life, okay? How to succeed in life. I want you to think about that for a second. I talked about like, what are you listening to? What are you reading? What is the best way to live your life? We need to look inside ourselves, not other people. Follow the path of least resistance. Stop making excuses for yourself. Pray that it's not easy, because if it is, it's just not worth it. We are living in rare times right now where you can go out and learn and become self-made and create your own economy, okay? Whatever you decide to do for yourself, nobody else, okay? The thing about when you decide to do something for yourself, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, because you're the one that's looking in the mirror with yourself. When you look in the mirror, it's usually just you by yourself. It's usually not a whole crowd of people looking in the mirror and say, "Hey, I can see you in the mirror." It doesn't work that way. It's always you looking at yourself. And you got to take a look, take a deep look inside yourself and say to yourself, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing on a daily basis, 100% to my ability, to be the best version of myself? That's what you have to ask yourself when you're looking in the mirror. And some days you're not going to like yourself. But the more important, you have to be honest with yourself. I also talked about, did you know adversity is all in your mind and not in your body? Sometimes you just have to get up and just get shit done. That's what Joe Rogan talked about. And also at the end, everybody loved this. Have something to chase after, because it's all about the chase. Okay? So I'm just giving you guys a quick recap on that. You know, people struggle because they just keep putting these barriers in their freaking head, and they get lazy and they don't do anything. And that's why they don't do anything. It's because the barriers, they go inside their head. You know, they have no chase, they have no desire, they have no inspiration, they have no idea what they want out of their lives, because they've been told what to do, what to have, what to say, what, you know what I mean, all these things, so they can't think for themselves. That's why you have this mental prison blocking you from actually, growing and getting to the other side. You got to break that. Today, I want you guys to have a breakthrough. Regina said, this is really confirmation as to what you are saying, Rich, because since I have been coaching people from personal experience, it's making the difference. I am receiving accolades and confirmations from others who have been watching me for months. Awesome. But Regina, never stop working on yourself, my dear. Never stop working on yourself. You are the most important, because the more you work on yourself, the harder you get on yourself, the stronger you get with yourself, the more you're going to be able to give back to others on a massive scale. Okay, let's see. See if I missed any questions here. Go backtrack. So guys, you have any questions? Anybody else have any questions on, like, what is it that's holding you back? Have you been, be honest with me. Have you been lazy? Have you not been doing certain things you're supposed to be doing? Have you just been learning but not taking action and not applying? Have you been scared? Let's talk about it. Come on. This is kind of like a podcast, right? We're going to be talking about this. We're going to get together and just have a powwow here. Joyce Jolly, you can only help others when you have helped yourself, especially if you're not where you should be. Exactly. I mean, when I first started, it was the same way. Like, I want to help out the whole world. I want to do this and do that. And, I was trying to save everybody. And you know what? Now, in reality, it doesn't work that way. You have to save yourself. When you save yourself, the people that are trying to save themselves, they'll follow you because you're saving yourself. Let's see, Ann Greenfield. How do you guys stay motivated? Woo, that's a good one. I'm addicted to the chase. I'm addicted to actually the fact of what I want to, accomplish in my life, and what do I want to change. We're deciding to move, but we want to make sure that no matter, against all odds, we're going to make it happen, right? Like, we're going to, and what I mean by against all odds is mindset, mental stuff, because there's always a battle with the battlefield of the mind, right? So, and I'm just being really transparent with you guys. I always stay motivated because I'm always knowing where I'm going. I know exactly what I want. What's the next thing? What's the next thing? What's the next thing? And then for me, I also look at chasing after results. I never really chase the money. I chase results. Like I created a new funnel, and this new funnel is converting very well. And it's converting very well with YouTube. And I did some testing for a while, and I figured it out. That's another chase, right? So I chased after that. I was like, I got to make this result. I got to make this happen. It's working. Let me just keep, testing it. And now the result is it works, right? But before that, I had that chase. My chase was, I got to make this happen. I can make it. I know I can. So I kept tweaking it and working it and testing it. And now the end result is awesome, right? There's different types of chases, but you want to make sure that you just always want to try to accomplish by achieving results. And it don't have to be massive results. It could be like small results, right? But the ultimate chase, guys, is your life. It's really, I'm telling you, and what is it that you really want to change in your life? What is it that you don't like in your life? Because for me, there's things right now I don't like in my life. And I'm just keeping it real. There's a lot of things I love in my life and I have gratitude for, but there's some things that I don't like that I want to change. And that is what keeps me inspired, motivated to keep growing and be better and better and better, right? That's what I do. So let's go over to, let's see here. Next question. I love that question too, by the way. Thank you for that. And that's a good question, because it's not easy to stay motivated. And I know that, but this is so embedded into us that we're so hungry to be better, to give more, to accomplish more things, to keep changing our lives, that's just the catalyst that just keeps us going and motivated and inspired. Let's see here. So if you're not feeling inspired, my dear, I want you to today, right now, as you're watching this live, I want you to write down, what is it about your life that you don't like? And if money was no option, okay, what would you change about it? Okay? My dog is crying. It's okay, buddy. That's all right. I'm here. So understand, guys, you can change anything. You can change anything that you want, but it's all about, what is it that you're trying to change up here? It starts from up here. You could think about it and say, you know what? I don't like this about my life. Okay, cool. Let's change it. And if you can change it by a vehicle, right? The internet is the vehicle, right? So when you're having a tough time, you're going to keep staying motivated and inspired to learn and grow and get results because you have a desire to change what you don't like about your life. Like me, I didn't like the fact that I never traveled. That's why I got started in 2008. That was the first reason. That's what made me want it so bad, right? Against all obstacles. And that's the way you have to be too. That you have to. You have to just say, you know what? I don't like this about my life. I want to change it. And that's how you stay motivated and inspired. I love that question. Let's see here. Diane Robin says, we had to change our whole mindset when we started this journey. We now only think positive thoughts and completely know that we will be successful. I'm going to love the chase for the rest of our journey. Ah, awesome. I love that one. That's a nice one. That's what it's all about, my dear. That's what it's all about. And positive thoughts are important. Understand, you never avoid all the negative thoughts, but when you have negative thoughts, be aware of those negative thoughts when they're happening. Because sometimes a lot of people, when they have the negative thoughts, they're not aware and they let them take place into the subconscious mind. If you could be consciously aware of those negative thoughts, you could stop it from going to your subconscious. Let's see. What else? I'm loving the questions, guys. Loving it. Scared to implement some strategies. Okay, Regina says, I admit I have been scared to implement some of the strategies because I don't want to make a mistake or mess up anything. Woo! This is a good one. When people get started in entrepreneurship in the journey, that's one of the number one things they're afraid of is like, I'm not afraid it's going to work. I'm afraid I'm going to mess up. And the reality is you're going to mess up and have fun with it. Okay? Have fun. This is your playground. All right? You're here on Earth. This is your playground. This is where you start to play. Okay? Enjoy hanging out in the playground. Okay? And understand that you're going to get your pants dirty. Okay? Your knees are going to get scuffed up a little bit. Right? You got to hit some elbow grease. And, you might not, get on the right, frame of results from the beginning, but you can never get to that point of having the results if you don't just go through the journey. You can't be afraid of messing up. And the problem with people when they're afraid of this, like they're afraid of messing up, they're afraid of moving forward, what happens is they get into that phase of getting ready to get ready. And my coach, Jeffrey, talked about this. He said, Rich, most people, they always are getting ready to get ready, so therefore they never take action because they're afraid of things not working in their favor. Things are never going to be perfect. And once you realize that, that's when you're not going to care of your mistakes. And you're not going to care about messing up. So start with the one strategy. And who cares? You just got to say, sometimes you got to say, what the fuck? Who cares? That was from that movie, Risky Business with Tom Cruise back in the day. That one guy said, sometimes you got to say, what the fuck? And that's true. You can't care about what's going to happen because you're going to mess up. You're going to make a mistake. And when you think this way, you will freeze and you won't do shit and nothing will happen and nothing will change and your life will remain the same. That's common sense. So make sure from today you have this breakthrough and you say, I don't care anymore what happens. I'm just going to do it. Who cares? I lose money? Who cares? People lose money all the time. Right? Money's a tool. Money is just a tool. Use a tool. Use it. All right. Let's see here. Any more questions? Ooh, we got some more going on here. George Jolly says, working on self constantly. I am self-aware in a combination of things: fear, finances, not knowing how, or confident in the how. I was always told and believe that it's true. Sorry about that, guys. Dogs are barking again. Preparation prevents poor performance, so lots info. Okay. Now here's the thing, guys. Can you please shut the door? So the thing about it is, when you're actually working on yourself constantly, you're self-aware. If combination of things that you fear, finances, that's never going to end, my dear. For me, I have like other problems, right? Like, You know, I pay more taxes than I used to having a job, right? If that's a new skill set. How do I get over that fear? Well, I took courses, learned how to do more write-offs, learned how to understand business. You know, like there's things that you have to do to grow, and nothing is ever going to change unless you go against those fears. Okay, you can't. They're always going to be there, and it's fear is nothing but an unknown presence that doesn't exist. Fear is nothing but an unknown presence that doesn't exist. So if you just keep like thinking about the fear, it's going to eat you up inside. It's going to hurt you more than help you, right? Being aware of the fear is healthy. Letting the fear hurt you is unhealthy, right? So make sure that being aware of the fear, you can actually go after it and just say, don't worry about the finances, right? Get so mad at your life that you want to change it and say, you know what? I'm going to change. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to take massive action. I'm going to make this just work because I have no other choice. Humans don't like to have their back against the wall. And when they have their back against the wall, it's when they take action. Don't wait till your back's against the wall. Make it happen now. Let's see. Sharon Curtis says, if it wasn't easy, but I overcame a lack of confidence and low self-esteem, which was repeatedly put in my mind from childhood appearance. Don't ever tell your kids they will ever amount to anything. Well, here's the thing about that. I got two opinions on that. It's very difficult because when you go through that, it's what you're learning and it's what's going in between your two ears and your mind, right? And you see what you see, and that does hurt you as you grow, and then you want to, you know, be an entrepreneur in the future, right? So here's the thing. You have overcome a lot because I know it's not easy. But I will tell you that now that you've overcome some things, right? We have to let the past go. And my coach used to tell me, he goes, you can't blame your parents. You can't blame any other circumstances. Now it's time to blame yourself. Because you got to become consciously aware of what your thoughts are. And you have to really consciously be aware and change your thoughts. And create a new subconscious thinking. Because we all do things on autopilot. So if we have negative and bad things going to our subconscious mind, then we have no control because it's autopilot, right? No, we do have control. We start creating new awareness in our conscious mind so we can create new subconscious way of thinking. My stuff that I do now, that's really healthy and positive, you know, is happening subconsciously because I just do things automatically now. Because I reprogram my conscious mind to go to the back of my subconscious mind. Does that make sense? Let's see here. Sharon Curtis says, I agree with Diane. Think positive. Yes. Think positive will only get you so far, though. Okay? Think positive. You can try to think positive as hard as you can, but you never are going to get rid of the negativity. The reason why is because, like yin and yang, you're always going to have a balance of negative and positive. But the beautiful thing about your conscious mind is you can be aware of the negativity and change it. And that's a beautiful thing. Let's see. Regina says, I'm learning to go with the feelings I experience so I can turn them around when they are negative and make them into a positive. Absolutely. Absolutely. Then that negativity is never going to go away. It's always going to be there. Is it Nalia? Welcome to the live. Let's see, Sharon Curtis, I am learning, but what happens when you try to do something and it just doesn't work? Okay, so let me give you a scenario. So you're in internet marketing and you're trying to do something and it's not working. Well, that happened to me in the beginning. So what I kept doing is I kept learning the skill sets over and over and over again, right, until I cracked the code. So what I mean by that is I started driving traffic and I didn't really know how to write effective emails in the beginning, so there was no way I could create conversions and sales and things like that. So I kept writing emails like all the time, over and over and over and over, and I never got upset. I didn't get upset. I didn't get addicted to whatever was going to happen. I just kept doing it and getting better and better and better, not expecting a better result. I just kept doing it because I knew that if I kept doing one thing over and over and over a long period of time, I would master it. And I would understand it and I would get better at it and then the results will come. Why? Because I would go for this course, I would go for another course, and I would keep learning another course of the same subject until I mastered it from different angles. Make sense? Like, let's say if I'm struggling with emails, I would go after top leaders and get on their list and look at how they're emailing their list and model and see what they're doing and learn. Don't copy, but model. Take the path of least resistance. I talked about that earlier. That was one of the topics I talked about in the live. Hope that helps. Let's see. George Jolly, no negative thoughts here. It's not my mindset. It's executing and getting out of my own head. So learning. Yeah, that's a danger. When I met Anastasia for the first time, and you wouldn't recognize her, she always was in her own head. Like, I would have to just be like, hey, get her attention. I was like, stop living in your head. I go, get the fuck out of your head. All right, that's not serving you well. There's a life right in front of you. It's existing, it's growing, it's driving, it's breathing. Be aware of it. And it took her a little while to get out of that habit, but you know what? She finally did. And when she did, that's when she started growing. So, yeah, it's I'm glad that you're getting out of your own head and learning. But don't just learn, my dear. Don't just learn. Take action. Drive that traffic. Learn how to get those clicks with your emails and those open rates and communicate. And learn the skill sets of marketing. David Cuney, welcome to the live. It's like a marathon live. That was the past before today. I am breaking out of old mindsets. Boom! So I am moving on and taking massive action to get back into action. Cool. See, this time, today's a breakthrough for you, Regina. There's no going in and going out. No more. Every day, take massive action. Who cares what anybody thinks about you? You're doing it for yourself. You are that, you matter. You matter. Okay? I was going to make a t-shirt that said I matter, but somebody else already had that. Let's see here. Diane Robin, here we go. I found that I was listening to people about this business who didn't know the first thing about this business. Got rid of anyone who is toxic for you and keep talking and being around people with the same mindset as you, letting go of them a little bit. That was hard for me. Absolutely. We're human. We're human. We love to be around people, even if it's negative. I mean, we just associate with negative people by habit. Because we're surrounded by negative news, negative things, and negative associations. And it's easier, it's more comfortable for the brain to accept it because it knows what it knows, right? But when we start to let go of those things, it's getting uncomfortable. Why is it that getting uncomfortable is always success, is always waiting on the other side of being uncomfortable? It's true. It couldn't be further from the truth. So by you getting uncomfortable and getting rid of toxic people, it's helping you unlearn that old shit that other toxic people put in your head. Now you're learning non-toxic things that are going to your subconscious, that you're starting to do things on autopilot that are better for you and your life. Good stuff, huh, guys? You guys getting value? Let's see here. All right, let's see. George Jolly, yes, I was told that, but I reprogrammed my mind and asked my parent to stop saying those things. Let's see. Yeah, I stopped, like with family members that didn't agree with me. I guess maybe that's what I always had in me, because even in the beginning when I became like a musician and started touring and had a great, career with music. I mean, I recorded 2 albums in the studio. And when people said, oh, you can't go on stage, you won't be able to tour, like that's just living a pipe dream. And, I said, no, I don't believe in that. I believe in that if you really believe in something, you can go after it. And I've always had that about me. So even though parents in the past, I'm going to say parent, really wasn't in agreement with that in the beginning, I still didn't care. I still did it because I believed in it, and what I wanted to do mattered what I wanted to do, right? So when you actually are literally trying to accomplish something, we can't waste energy on trying to change someone or try to tell someone something, because the more that you do that, the more it's draining your positive thoughts that your positive thoughts, your mindset, your accomplishments are draining, because you're wasting time with a different negative association. It's not their fault, right? It's not their fault. The best way to change their mindset is to show up to success every day and kill them with kindness. That's what I did. Now everybody's like, wow, dude, you're awesome. You know? And I'm not looking for that, but I believed in what I believed in. And when they saw me change and they saw me have success, everybody started being like, wow, dude, you did it. You're doing it. Man, you're awesome. No, I was awesome from the very beginning when I sucked. You see what I'm saying?
Hello.
And that's the way you guys got to be. I'm awesome right now. I'm struggling. I'm still awesome. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Who you are is exactly who you think. That's how it starts. Diet Robin. Family can be really screw with your brain. You can let them go completely, but you can surely stop listening to them. Don't let them suck the energy out of you. Well, I'm going to show you how I handle it. You know, a lot of people would say, like, don't talk to people who are, you know, negative and stuff like that. What I did is I just stopped talking about what I do. And I kept my silence. And I let my results do the talking. Okay, that's what I did. And when people saw the results, that's when they started paying attention. Right? Like, when it comes to family and stuff, it's difficult because we love our family. Our family means a lot to us. So when we hear something from our family, it cuts through. It cuts through. But we really have to think about, like, our hearts and what do we believe in our hearts. Our strength in our hearts, like, do we really 100% with our heart believe that this is possible? If you can say yes, then it doesn't matter who says what. Like I've heard so much from so many people in the beginning that I would literally just go still visit them and just be like, I won't go often, stay as long, you know, but I still go. But now it's like they don't even, not once say one negative thing about what I do. They're like, damn, I wish I was doing what you're doing. You know? Just let your success speak the results, right? Be silent and just do what you do. George Jelly, because I had to be around parents, I had to say, not like a younger sibling who doesn't come around. Yeah, I mean, I think about like all the things that I've been through, and that's why I love my dad so much, you know. Like, I really miss him since he's been gone. But I can tell you one thing, all the memories are coming back of all the things, all the wisdom, all the words that I've heard from him. And for me, I felt really lucky on that aspect because he was an entrepreneur. And he taught me to be strong. He taught me to fight. In Spanish, he would always tell me to fight. He said, fight for what you believe in. Never stop fighting for what you believe in, boy. Never stop fighting. And he says, I always fought what I've always done. And I always fought for what I believe in. And he taught me that from the very beginning. And that set me up for success, even when it was so hard. That's why when I saw to be a musician, I knew it was going to happen. I knew I was going to tour. I knew I was going to record CDs, even before I started picking up the guitar. Because I knew that's what I wanted so bad that I could taste it, right? But he actually, you know, really gave me that inspiration and stuff like that. And I'm grateful for that. I'm so grateful. I have gratitude for that, you know? But yeah, I mean, really, you just have to just understand that once you understand your mindset and you understand what you're learning through, like, you know, education and mindset from personal development leaders and everything, because they walked that path before you, you have to understand that your family or your friends, they don't understand what you're doing. It's not their fault. You don't know the kind of shit that they've been put through, you know, since they were a baby. You have no idea, right? So I don't know. My mom, I probably don't know everything about my mom, what she's been through. She's probably been through hell when she was a kid, you know? I don't know. I really don't know. But what I do know is it's not her fault. I know it's not her fault the way she was born. We don't have a choice when we're young. But when we get older, we have that choice to be consciously aware and make that decision and change. And that's what today is all about, guys. Diane Robinson says, you are teaching us all your father's words, and that is an amazing legacy to carry on. Absolutely. I carry my dad's legacy, and I will always give praise to my dad. You know? And my mom has been amazing, too. She's been, you know, really proud of me. She didn't understand it in the beginning like most people don't, But she really always asks me how I'm doing. You know, she always tells me, make sure you don't work too hard, you know. And she really cares and everything. And yeah. But my dad, you know, he owned his own business for years, and he had his own restaurant. He had his own, what else? He had his own ice cream truck. He had his own variety store, his own billiards hall. My dad was a hustler. And I've seen that through my whole life, and it taught me a lot. But see, even though he taught that portion of me, that happened subconsciously. You see what I'm saying? But as I grew older, being taught in school, friends, association, different things, there was a battle in the mind of the negativity and what I've discovered through my dad. But luckily, I remain really close to my dad, and I learn even more through him by really finding out more about him, especially the last days before he actually passed. Let's see. Mary Wright, welcome to the live, dear. Nice to see you. Yeah, this has been a really good live, guys. Let me see, what time is it? It's like a marathon live. It's 4:18. How long have I been on here for? All right, guys, so I'm going to take one more question, and let me know what you are struggling with. Let me know what's holding you back. Are you being lazy? Are you not taking action on what you made a commitment to? Because once you made the decision to be an entrepreneur, you made a commitment to yourself. Remember, this is all about you. Here we go. George Shelley says, I agree with Diane Robin. Rich is awesome. Thanks, Rich, for sharing the wisdom and the knowledge. Oh, you're welcome. This has just been through my life experience, you know. And I'm still learning, guys. I'm still learning. I love learning. I love expiring and discovering new things and being hungry, you know. Just like a human has to eat. If you want it so bad enough, your mindset has to eat. Feed it well. Let's see. All right. Hey, Michael, welcome to the live, bud. So, yeah, guys, I'll take one more question before I split. I've been here for quite a while. So I want you to tell me, what is it that you're struggling with? Why is it that you're not taking action? Because 80-20 rule, majority of people just don't take action. Have you been lazy? Have you been, like, dishonest with yourself as being an entrepreneur? Regina Turner says, yes, they are the real deal and been with them since 2000 and has helped me tremendously. We're not done with you yet, Regina. We got a lot more to go. A lot more to teach you. Let's see. But I thank you for that. I appreciate that, Regina. Let's see. All right. So, yeah, guys. So, any more questions? Anything on YouTube over there, my dear?
Nope.
No more YouTube questions? Okay. All right, guys. So, if I don't see any more questions, I think this is a wrap. It was a good one. It was a good one. So, guys, if you have been watching Ace and Rich on this YouTube channel and watching us on Facebook, head over to YouTube and make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Be sure to leave definitely, you know, any questions that you have about, like, if you've been stuck, you know, have you been lazy in learning? Have you just been not doing shit because you've just been lazy and keeping it real? Okay, I'm just keeping it real with you guys. Let me know exactly in the comment section, what is it that's holding you back? Okay, why are you stuck? Why have you been lazy? Why have you not committed to the process? Okay, so once again, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell, because if you don't hit that bell, you're not going to know when these videos are coming up, okay? And be sure to click on the link below, because that link right there is going to drive you to a page where we're going to show you how to make a living on the internet, even if you have no idea where to start, okay? So with that being said, guys, my name is Rich Gelsman. Have a great day. I really enjoyed doing this live for you guys today. It means a lot to me to give back to you, and I'll see you on a new video very soon. Bye now.